Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to the Wake Up Right podcast. I am April Lauren, your host, and I am so excited to be sharing with you this first episode of 2022. It is August, so it's very late in the game. However, we're here. It's happening. I am so excited to be podcasting again. It's such a fun medium to just discuss ideas, to meet and interview amazing people, and just another way to grow. Stories are so important, and I love sharing my story on YouTube. We'll circle back to that, YouTube. But also, there are so many powerful moments in each of our lives as individuals, these stories of us overcoming great adversities or challenges or just making our own way in life. And I hope to interview as many amazing people and share as many awesome stories here on my podcast as I can. And I hope that each time I have a guest on, that it helps uplift you and helps you refocus or reset, if you will, your mindset and continue forward a little brighter. So going forward, I will be interviewing people and sharing stories here on my podcast. Also, I may have guest hosts time to time. There are a few individuals that I love having conversations with. You will meet one of those individuals in the coming episodes. My best friend, Jenna, will guest host at times, and you guys have met Aaron from Fit Lab. He has been on a few different episodes, and I'm sure he'll return as a guest host. I am so excited to be podcasting and to be talking with you again, hopefully as you are doing some cardio or cleaning your house or maybe on your drive to work. I am so grateful to be a small part of your day. In today's episode, I just want to lay out what we're going to be doing here on the podcast going forward and talk about the need to reset, as that is what I am currently focused on. And let's just go ahead and dive right in. So, I haven't found a lot of information on what it is to reset. For me, it was just something that kind of came to me. And I was thinking about when I was a kid and you're playing a game and maybe everything's going wrong and you just reset, you hit the reset button and it's the same game, but you get to continue forward with all of your lives, if you will. So if it's Super Mario and you've almost all of your lives. Maybe this is not the most accurate. I am not a big gamer. I don't play a lot of video games, and I really didn't as a child. I just remember hitting reset so that I would have all of my lives as I continued forward, trying to get out of whatever level I was in or do whatever I was doing. And so for me, hitting this reset button, it's like a fresh start, but with a knowledge of where I've been. And it's kind of more, I feel as I've given myself permission to reflect, it's given me the ability to kind of step outside of the forest and make some adjustments, see some things about myself, about what I've been doing that I don't like, and just refocus, again, make those adjustments and realign with my values. And I'm going to continue forward stronger. And it's working for me. It has been so helpful, and I feel so much more calm now, and that makes me so happy. The dictionary defines reset as to set again or differently. And if you go on to what is the purpose of a reset, it talks about computer or data transmission systems. And it says a reset clears any pending errors or events and brings a system to normal condition after initial state, usually in a controlled manner. And I feel like that works very well for what I'm trying to do for myself. What I am doing with my reset is reflecting on what I have been doing, what I want for myself, beyond weight loss, beyond like, what do I want? It's like the notebook conversation. What do you want? What do you want? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I want, except that I know I want to be useful. I want to be able to uplift those around me in whatever capacity that I can. I want to help build community. And if I can be the smallest part of helping anyone around me feel better, feel a little brighter, then I think that that is a huge blessing. And in order to do that, I can't be in a toxic negativity cycle that is unhelpful, especially when it's not true. That toxic negativity cycle always stems from a place of unworthiness or not being enough, and that is not true. It is not true for me, and it's not true for anyone listening. Like, we are worth it. You are worth living your healthiest life that you can today while you work on becoming healthier tomorrow. You are worth doing the work to attain your goals. I am worth doing the work to attain my goals. So anything that detracts from that and makes us feel unworthy of growing better, of trying to work hard for something, well, it's not true, and it has no place in our life. And that is a large part of where my reset is coming in. There has been so much negativity swirling about me, and I let that negativity consume parts of me and make me fear, not my success. I know I will reach my goal weight, but it started to feel stifling, and I just needed to find my footing. And I think taking a reset helped me find my footing, and I feel stronger. I don't feel like the wind can blow just a little and knock me down off the hill. I don't fear rolling down to the bottom of the hill. I have got this. I know I'm going to go forward strong, and I am going to achieve my goals. I am focusing on moving forward without letting that negativity, that type of negativity, consume me or have any part of my sharing. And unfortunately, as I looked over my 2 years of sharing my journey on YouTube, I have really let that, this year, especially 2022, affect me. Once that crossed into my actual life, once that started to affect me in ways that I couldn't just ignore, a lot of like the series of things that have happened to me this year has forced me to face some unhealthy behaviors that I have on my own. Often when really bad things happen in my life, my coping mechanism has been to go forward and pretend like those things do not exist. And the series of things that have happened to me, most of which I will never share on social media, has brought me face to face with that style of coping, with my coping mechanisms, and it is not a healthy one. And I am grateful to be able to confront and face that and to work through it. And I am grateful to have the self-confidence to take a reset, to take a step back. And my hope for anyone listening, whatever it is that you struggle with, my hope is that you find the will to take a breath, take a step back, and then continue forward. You have to face it. And sometimes it's hard to do that. And so part of my reset is figuring out, how do I face these things without allowing them to have any power? And that is a difficult thing. I do want to explore this article I found with you. So we are going to talk about this article about resetting or restarting. This article is called How to Reboot and Restart Your Life, 12 Steps to Take. Let's see what we think about this article. What does rebooting or resetting, in my case, your life mean? Rebooting your life is about improving your current situation. It's about looking at your life and deciding what needs to change and then making that change happen. It's about heading in a different direction with different priorities. It might be something you decide you need to do as a result of recent events in your life, or it might just be that you've reached a point where you can't carry on as you are anymore for a number of reasons. A reboot can be more or less extreme depending on what you need. After you've rebooted your life, it might look much the same to an outsider, although you'll know big changes have been made. But it also might be totally unrecognizable. Here are the tips. 1, reflect on your current situation. Having accepted that you need to change, the next step is to consider where you are right now. And this is where I am stuck and I need to move forward a little bit. The second thing that they recommend is deciding on an approach. People often ask whether resetting or rebooting your life needs to be a complete, immediate transformation or whether you can do things little by little. I definitely believe in slow and steady, little by little. Maybe reading this article with you guys. It's not the best thing, but I read the list of 12 things and I was like, that's perfect. And now we're doing the whole article. So get rid of things that are weighing you down. That is definitely something that is on my home projects list. And I say home projects because to me, the collection of stuff that we have also weighs me down. Say goodbye to people who are weighing you down. Let go of thoughts and feelings. This is number 5 that are weighing you down. And that is so hard. It is so hard to let go of thoughts and our feelings. And I know for me, counseling is great for that. And working through bigger, more complex things or things that have happened to us in our lives, like with counseling, counseling is such a powerful tool. And I would not be making the progress I am without it. I love that here they say negative thoughts and feelings are often what holds us back the most in life. Make a conscious decision to consign thoughts that leave you feeling overwhelmed, drained, or unworthy to the past. Meditation and learning to have better control over your thoughts can make a huge difference here. But so can talking to a trained professional if you have thoughts or emotions that you can't seem to move beyond. I love that. It's perfect for what I just said. And I think also the running has helped me clear my mind. So I love that as well. And that sort of activity, it could be anything. I think a lot of people, when they clean or they go for walks, it has that same ability. For me, if I go for a walk in nature, I will feel very, very clear. But if I'm just walking around town, it doesn't really clear my mind like I would like. However, my slow jogging has been. Be more grateful. I love that. Keep gratitude at the forefront of your mind as you reboot or reset your life. And you can and should take things with you into your new future. Picture what you want. It's number 7. And number 8, picture the person you wish to be. Number 9, set goals. And number 10 is build your goals into your routine. 11 is focus on your bad habits. Rebooting your life means you want to change the way you live for the better. So now's the time to say goodbye to bad habits you know are holding you back. Start by thinking about what the triggers are for your bad habits. For example, if you reach for the cigarettes when you're stressed, decide what else you could do to calm your nerves rather than smoking. Be kind to yourself. Restarting or rebooting or resetting your life is never an easy thing to do. So when you're going through this process, you need to be easy on yourself. Be patient and kind. Make sure you're pushing yourself, but not too far. Expect highs and lows, moments where you're so happy you're making these changes and moments where you wish you never started. but it'll be worth it in the end. So I love everything in this article. So if you go to my website, wakeupbright.com, I will link this article, and I will also have some things on resetting your life and like what I'm doing personally. I think that it is wonderful. If you are feeling overwhelmed, there is something, I don't know how to describe it. The moment I decided I needed to reset, like really decided, I just felt calm. I think that's because the moment I decided to reset, I faced a lot of things I've been denying, and I accepted some things that I need to change in a big way. I accepted some of the things that I've been allowing to have too much power in my life, and letting those things go felt like I could breathe. And figuring out how I'm going to go forward has been a challenge and will continue to be a challenge. And even though I've called August my reset month, I don't think I will be fully reset by the end of the month. It's going to be an ongoing thing. But I do want by the end of this month to decide how I want to share on YouTube. I want to set some clearer boundaries and decide what I need. And we'll see how that goes. And I want to encourage you to, even if you don't feel like you need this grand like reset, take some time to consider what you could do better, or what you want, who you want to be. If you have goals that you're denying yourself even working towards because you feel like, I say goals, but dreams, like let's say there's something that you dream of being or living, a way you dream of living, and you deny yourself that, think about why and kind of pick apart those thoughts and decide if they're actually true, because they're probably not. It's probably not coming from a good place. You can achieve anything you want to achieve, regardless of your age, regardless of your weight, how you look. You can achieve anything that you want to achieve by putting in lots of work. It might not be on your timeline. It might not be like, I want it and I want it now. It might take us a long time to get there, but we can do it. We can grow a garden. We can figure it out. I'm sure I could learn a different language. That's something I'm like, I don't have the gift of tongues. I'll never learn another language. I took several years of Spanish and several years of French, and it is appallingly sad how little Spanish I know. I can read more than I can speak, but I can ask where the bathroom is and a few other things. So anyway, I just say that because that's something I have always just accepted as something I cannot do. And the reality is if I want to, I can put in the work. It might take me a long, long time, but I can do it. And you can do whatever it is that you want to do, whatever you want to achieve, you can do it too. Nothing is beyond you. You can live the life you want to live. You may have to put in work for a long time, and that work may not look like what you think it should, or may change and evolve and feel like you're starting from all the way over at times. But you just continue forward, slow and steady. Whatever it is, you'll get there. And I believe that. And taking time to reset and start fresh, even if it's not a start, even if you're just continuing, but taking a moment to reset. And that moment might be a month or a few months, but taking time to dig deep, figure out what you need, and continue forward. It's already feels powerful in my life. And I'm sure once I get to the other side of what I am going through, that I will be stronger and more resilient and better. And I am sure we will be checking in, and I will be sharing more on my YouTube channel and here on the podcast. And I'm so excited again about continuing to share here. And I look forward to chatting with you next Tuesday. We will have a guest. She is amazing. She has lost 100 pounds twice and is now an elite athlete. And I'm just so excited to have her on the podcast. So mark it on your calendars if you want to. No pressure. And I look forward to talking to you next week. Love you so much. Have a great week. If you would like to make suggestions for future topics, guests, if you'd like to be a guest, or suggest a book for us to read together, go to wakeupright.com. I look forward to your feedback.